This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Deontay should be so happy and privileged to have a man that's as concerned and caring as Mark Breeland in his corner. If he says he's going to fire Mark Breeland, he's really not thinking about his own well-being. Because Mark was only thinking about his well-being in that fight. So he should appreciate that and start to pay more attention to what Mark is showing him. Because if he could be 10% of what Mark Breeland was, he'd never lose a fight.
Because who better than Mark Breeland would know what a fight like he was going through could do to your health, right?
Of course.
You know,
Mark is the best amateur boxer we've ever seen. He was a two-time world champion. He had the assets and the basic line fundamentals that a Deontay Wilder should be working with. Long-range shots, great right hand. Pay attention to what that man has done. You, as a fighter, he could sit and watch Mark Breeland fight and learn lessons. Sit and watch. So he needs to do that, and he needs to get focused and pay attention to Mark. And if he fires Mark, I'd be super disappointed in him. It will be Deontay's loss, not Mark's loss.
Is it also troubling from the aspect that immediately you're scapegoating someone rather than saying, man, I need to work on this, I need to work on that?
That's fighters' nature.
That's what they do, right?
Fighters,
yeah.
Very rarely.
Even the great ones.
Even the great ones, very rarely do you have a fighter that comes along. I'm going to tell you, my near and dear nephew, Saddam Ali, I love my nephew. Let me tell you why. He became a world champion. But when he had bad performances, he didn't blame the trainers. He said, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Very rare. Most fighters want to blame somebody else. If you're not listening and you're not following the protocol, how are you going to blame me? You need to blame yourself. If I have 15 successful athletes working and you happen to be the one that's not, what's that telling you? There's a problem.
Yeah.
So fighters need to accept the responsibility of not following the protocol of a game plan or listening to what their trainer is expecting them to do in the ring.
Because it's one thing if, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's one thing if you follow the game plan to a T and came up short, right? But it's totally different if you didn't even try to execute.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what. If we lose a fight, because someone was better than us, that's one thing. But if we lose a fight because we did not pay attention, that's an entirely different monster in itself. So follow the protocol. If I tell you jab, right hand, left to the body, and you throw a jab, right hand hook, and you get clipped, you didn't listen. If I say don't lay on the ropes, and you lay on the ropes, and you get clipped, you didn't listen. If I told you use your jab, circle your man, and you stand in front of him, and you don't use your jab, you did not listen. You have to pay attention. Stop looking for scapegoats. Stop looking for excuses. Man up, because this is a man's game.
When you watch the fights, right, and you put, obviously, your trainer hat on, we put your Mark Breeland hat on, what are the adjustments that got to be done if Deontay's going to win a third fight?
Deontay is going to have to pay very close attention. Honestly, he needs to sit down and just watch fight tapes of Mark Breeland. That's what he needs to do. The long jab, sinister, from one point, not hands here, all over the place. I mean, what the, not bending his knees, not working on his stance, his footwork. All he needs to do is watch what Mark used to do.
What's up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, a.k.a. Mr. Two Hands Up. You know what it is. All right, man, so I'm just gonna jump back into this George Foreman Deontay Wilder situation that I was talking about, and why I said that, you know, Deontay Wilder isn't a necessary evil for boxing. He is not a necessity. Well, I just wanted to go into the Andre Rozier fight hype interview that I let you guys just listen to a snippet to. And the main reason I pulled that interview up is because George Foreman isn't needed in this situation. Nah. You fanboys and fangirls, and I'm talking about the Deontay Wilder stand, y'all think I come out with these videos just bash, embarrass, and just shit on this guy.
Sometimes
even though he's deserving of being shitted, defecated, dumped on, pooped on, sharted on, all of the above. It's not that. I mean, even though he's delusional and he's lived in lies, this isn't what this is about. Even in what I'm saying, there is always constructive criticism if you take the aspects of the things that you don't like to hear out of it and actually clean the wax out of your fucking ears and listen to what I'm saying. You guys would hear that I'm actually, you know,
spit it out,
trying to help him out here. So when I pull up this clip of this interview of Andre Rozier, and he's saying, listen to Mark Breeland, and he's saying that Mark Breeland is the most talented amateur boxer that America's ever seen. Well-decorated amateur and a champion on the professional level.
And he's a crunk
What
fighter.
He's saying is there's no reason to run out the back door and go get George Foreman, a great heavyweight.
You ain't gonna run, doo-doo.
A guy that's never even, you know, trained another guy as far as I know.
Not a near none.
This is what I'm saying. Mark Breeland, size and stature, and the way it completely embodies Deontay Wilder's very skinny frame. Mark Breeland was tall, lanky, the way he moved around the ring, the way he peppered his jab, the way he punched in bunches, his footwork, just the way he operated from long distance, the way he operated the jab on and off the line. You just have to look at the details of what Mark Breeland brought to the table in his professional career. And if Deontay Wilder takes the time to actually listen to Mark, because he hasn't listened to anybody his whole career, and he's even stated that himself. He said it on the Boxing Voice. He's got away his entire career just using power and just God-given athleticism instead of taking the time to understand and learn the basics. That's why he took it back to so-called basics with Dominic Brazil. Well, considering you just got whomped by Fury, you really should be taking it back to basics. And the perfect person to take it back to basics is Mark Breeland. And I'm gonna give you guys,
spit it out, damn it,
some footage to show you a prime example of what I'm talking about when you watch Mark Breeland fight, where you could see Deontay Wilder could be highly successful if he actually listened to the very talented guy in his camp. Now, being the great trainer that Andre Rozier truly is, man, he is telling Wilder all the right things that he should do. If you watch Mark Breeland fight, if you just look at his stature here, and I know these are highlights jumping all over the place, amateur to pro, but if you look at Mark Breeland, or if you watch Mark Breeland fight, man, he had amazing footwork, man. Love staying mid to long range. Beautiful, beautiful punch output off the back foot. Beautiful long jab. And he put combinations together very well. If Wilder just took a portion of what Mark Breeland had, and if you measure the two's ferocity, I mean, Wilder could be that. Because his stature, his speed, and all of the attributes that he possessed, he could have some of these capabilities if he chose to learn. Because you don't need to go see George Foreman. I mean, to put your punches together, you don't need to go see George Foreman to learn how to stand correctly. You got Mark Breeland. You can learn all of those things from Mark Breeland, man. So if anything, man, I'm actually trying to help you right now. You know, but your delusions are blinding you from the things that you've never even paid attention to your entire career. I mean, your delusions have completely overshadowed you from the greatness that you truly could have had. And people could have been like, damn, this dude has technical ability. Because the thing here is, man, how long have you had Mark Breeland? And if you guys are watching this video and you've looked at the highlights of Mark Breeland, if you've never seen him before, and you look at Deontay Wilder, how come you have never implemented any pieces of his game into your repertoire? Because you would be an absolute killer at the weight, considering the way you move and your ability to get around the ring and your speed, bruh. Now, there's a very old saying, seek and you shall find. Well, you've never seeked in your life. And you've never even taken the time to understand technical ability in the sport of boxing. So you can't even see what you need to see, which is right in front of you. And that's Mark Breeland, man. Well, that's all I got to say about the situation, man. If you guys understand it, you understand it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't, man. I'm just trying to shine more light on the situation and why he doesn't need to go see George Foreman. He has everything he needs right in front of him, but he's never taken the time to learn, pay attention to it, or try to get better. So what makes you think he can do that by July 18th? Well, that's all I got for you guys. As we always say at the end of this shit, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. It's the motherfucking boss. To this day! Respect.
My feelings are dead. I feel no remorse. Yo. It's a terrible thing.